Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Gaming with me, Tony Mo. Happy Friday to you. It's Friday. We're finding flaws on Friday. There you go. A bit of alliteration. Let's get right to it. We are genuinely looking to find flaws, both in me and in you, when it comes to our skills in Titanfall 2 multiplayer. Here's the thing. When most people look to step up or improve their skills, you know, they want to become a better pilot or they want to become a better player in any competitive experience, they often look at the core elements, you know, the really straightforward basics, and they say, okay, what mechanics does this game have? In the case of Titanfall 2, I need to improve my aim and accuracy, I need to step up my wall running, my mobility skills, you know, maybe I can work on slide hopping, so on and so forth, some air strafing, so I can turn corners around buildings. Those things are all great, right? The in-your-face things are definitely important. You should definitely spend time practicing and improving those elements. But the things that often get overlooked are the smaller details, the flaws as I like to call them. These are things that you consciously do or almost subconsciously do that could lead to your demise. They could cause you to die, they could cause you to lose out on a win streak, a kill streak. They basically slowly pull you down notch after notch, and they decrease your overall skill level, your overall performance factor. It's as simple as that. We all have them. It's just a matter of accepting that those flaws exist, making a conscious note, maybe even a physical note of those flaws, and then consciously looking to iron or buff those flaws out until they're completely gone. This is actually an incredibly easy way to become a better pilot, to improve your personal skill set. So here's how this works, and let me give you a real-world example before we go any further, actually. When I first started doing YouTube, one of my biggest issues was filling what should have been blank spaces and moments of pause in my commentary with ums and yas and you knows. I still do the you know thing sometime, but that's a lot better than the 50 million ums and yas I used to have way back when I first started doing YouTube. In fact, you probably hear a lot of people when they speak in a public setting or even to a group of friends who fill their blank spaces with ums and yas. I had English teachers who did this, and I now realize that they were pretty crappy at public speaking. And I'm a lot better than they were, at least now, after I've spent all the time and effort to consciously eliminate those ums and yas. So, the flaws that I'm talking about here are almost always very obvious. It's the type of situation where you hop into a match of Titanfall 2, you engage a target, you die, and then you say to yourself, man, why did I do that? Why did I try and melee that guy? Why did I almost panic melee? I knew that I wasn't close enough, I could have just shot him and got the kill. Or why didn't I look to slide into that room to engage those targets? Or why didn't I engage a melee at such a close range? I know this weapon isn't great at hip firing, I know I'm not great at hip firing, I should have meleeed. Right there, that's a flaw. What I want you to do is to sit down with a notepad, it could be physical, it could be on your PC, on your phone, whatever, and jump into a match of Titanfall 2. The very first moment that you have one of those, oh damn, why did I do that moments? That's a flaw right there. Write it down. Boom, you just found one flaw. Continue doing that until you're happy with your list of flaws. Now, take that list and consciously look to correct those flaws. Let me give you an example of some of my own issues right here. Number one on my list is constant over-aggression when I see large numbers of enemies. So it's basically a failure to fully calculate and assess the situation before I engage multiple targets. In fact, you probably saw in a lot of my videos in the past, I get really antsy, I'm making a really good run on a pilot, maybe I got 5-6 kills, all of a sudden I see a room of 3 guys who just came into the spawn and I'm like, and I don't know what to do. I become super aggressive, I rush in, I like shoot the guy in the middle of the pack, and obviously I'm gonna get killed from behind at that point. If I just slowed down a little bit, reassess that situation, I probably could have slowly picked off at least 1 or 2, rather than just getting 1 kill and then, you know, dying straight out to their team. So that's a personal flaw for me. And again, it's one that I'm immediately aware of as soon as the situation comes to fruition. I see it happen, and I say to myself, damn, I should have corrected that. So it's all about being conscious about these things. And I know it's difficult to be conscious about like 10 things while playing a game, so start by picking groups of them. Maybe just pick 1 or 2 even, go into a match, and make a conscious effort to correct yourself there. I mentioned the whole idea of missed melees earlier on. That's actually one of my personal flaws that's on my list right now. I just struggle to really remember when and where it's important to melee over shooting and vice versa. I mean, the melee mechanic in Titanfall 2 is already a little bit funky, so having a really good understanding of the ranges that I should be at when I initiate a melee and the ranges that I should be at when I decide to shoot rather than melee is very important. It's just one of those things that I can be conscious about, and it's gonna help me improve as a player. That's what I want you guys to do. It's honestly one of the most straightforward ways to step up your game. You just have to accept that we're all flawed. We all have our struggles. We all have things that we suck at. And if we look to consciously improve and, again, erase these smaller flaws, you're going to make yourself a better player, and it's going to happen almost exponentially because these small issues, they stack up. They decrease your overall performance on a moment-to-moment situation, a moment-to-moment basis. The moment you claim perfection as a player in any game, this actually ties into real life really well. The moment you claim perfection, bar none in this world, is the moment you stop progressing and the moment that you stop becoming better at whatever it is you are trying to do. That goes for video games, that goes for YouTube commentary, that goes for making turkey sandwiches. Doesn't matter where, you can apply it everywhere and benefit from it. So I'm asking you guys to do just that with Titanfall 2 multiplayer. Doesn't have to be something you rush into. It could be something that you do over a course of several weeks, several days, several months. But if you're looking to improve yourself as a pilot outside of the core gameplay mechanics of Titanfall 2, this is one great way to do it. I'm going to work on my 3 flaws, which include over-aggression, missed melee, and poor Titan timing when it comes to that first default Titan call. And I hope you guys will do the same with some of your flaws. Have an outstanding Friday, a great weekend. I'm still working on a new closer, so I'll see you in the next one.